वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Welcome everyone in the Gita study circle, Gita study which we do every Saturday, and today is 8th of April. So we celebrated in a very good way all the the Ram Navami last week and Hanuman Jayanti this week. So it was fun and lot of celebration. We prayed Lord Hanuman, and also we did lots of chanting. So that was a great celebration for the Hanuman Janma Jayanti. We'll go further in our study of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. So last time we stopped at the sloka number 30. And the sloka number 30 on the chapter 2 was Dehi Nityam Avadyoyam Dehe Sarvasya Bharata Tasmat Sarvani Bhutani Natvam Shochitum Arhasi. There we studied about and we thought about the equality and one soul in everyone, in humans, in animals, in birds, in fish, and how we can bring a universal harmony through the thought of ekatmata, one soul. That is what we studied last time. So we'll go further on the 31st sloka, which I am going to chant, and this is an extremely important sloka. This sloka has got lots of references along in the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, as it will come further also when we study. But here there is one very important word. So let me first chant the sloka and we'll go further on it. This is the second chapter and sloka number 31. Swadharmamapi chaveksha na vikampitum dharmadvi yuddhachayo nyata kshatriyasya na vidyate. This is very important sloka here. I will first do the anvay part of it. So, swadharma api cha avekshya. Swadharma, one's duty in accordance with the Vedas, in accordance with what we are taught through the Shastra. Here, and cha means and, as we know, we have studied cha means and. Aveksha means considering. Api means also. Now vikampitu marhasi. Vikampitum means wave. To wave from our own duties, to wave from our own path, to become a Achyut. That is why the God's one of the name is Achyut. Achyutam Keshavam. Achyut means one who doesn't wave from the road, whichever is decided, whichever is your duty. So na vikampitu marhasi. The God is telling, besides, api means it is an also or besides. Besides considering your duty as a warrior, you should not waver. Indeed, for a warrior, there is no better engagement than fighting for upholding of righteousness. Dharmat bhi yuddha che yo nyata. This is very important. Anyata means other, another. There is no another duty than for whom kshatriyasya na vidyate. Vidyate means exist. There is no other duty exist for a kshatriya. Dharmat bhi yuddha. Which dharma? Yuddha is fighting. Shreya is better. Yuddhat bhi yuddhyat shreyo. Shreyo is better. For a kshatriya, there is no other better duty than to do the war. Which war? A war which is for the righteousness. So that is what God is explaining here. Let us look a little bit further in it. one of the important, very important word here is Swadharma. Swadharma is if somebody will ask, what does Gita teach you? What does one important part which Gita is explaining you? We can say the word is Swadharma. Even some people have also they explain Gita in a very nutshell. They also explain that if you read only the first and the last sloka of Gita, that should be enough. Well, it is not enough, but it is just to explain how much importance of the word Swadharma is. Because the first sloka is Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsa. So the first word over there is Dharma, and the last word is Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanudara Tatra Shri Vijayo Buddhi Durva Nitir Mati Mama. So last word is Mama and the first word is Dharma. So people say that even if we take the first word and the last word of Gita, it is telling Mama Dharma. What is my Dharma? That is Swadharma. What is my Swadharma? And so people also explain that way, that you just take first word and the last word of Gita, and it is going to explain you how the whole Gita wants to tell you, what the whole Gita is trying to say us, trying to guide us. So the word here is Swadharma api chaveksham. Swadharma. What is Swa? So let us break this word into two parts. Swa and Dharma. It is made for two parts. First is Swa. Swa means what? Swa means me. So who am I? Who am I? Is a big question. And it is supposed to be thought. Somebody will say, oh, why we have to think so much deep? We will go ahead and we will see that how much it is important to us. So first of all, who am I? If we look at the animals and even birds and other creatures, they all have got the body and the organs. The internal organs to manage the body, like digesting system, all the systems. And then they have got the senses through which they connect with the outside world. Even human is doing the same thing. Human is also connecting with the outside world through the senses, and human is also having internal organs to continue with the body functions. So how we are different than them? Who am I? How am I different? As we all know, and we can see that the human is at the topmost level of intellectual and sensitivity level compared to the animals. So why God has made me different? First of all, so that is one part. Other part is, so who am I? How am I different than the animals? If we look at the common, as we have talked about this look also many times, it comes also during the chanting in Gita. We will also see that there are four things which are common in animals and man. They all eat, they all sleep, right? So how I can say, oh no, I walk on two legs? Well, even crow is walking on two legs. So many animals walk on two legs. So if I am not doing something extra which is given to me as part of my intelligence, as an animal, then I am not doing anything beyond ahara bhaya maithunancha nindra, the eating, the fear, the happiness of through the senses. It is not coming correctly if in our life, if we only follow these four things in our life. So that is not a true life. As a human being, we must have, anything which is additional. We must have something which is additional to the whatever we are doing compared to the animals. So who am I? Am I an animal? If my all the duties, or if my all the work I am doing only based on these four things, ahar bhai maithunancha nindra, then I am an animal. I am not a human. So to prove myself as a human, I have to follow, I have to shoulder, I have to support the responsibility of being a human being in the whole universe that God has made. We know, let's take an example at home. There are some kids, suppose there are three kids in a family and the parents are going out somewhere. So they will tell the eldest kid that, hey, you know what, we are going out. We are going out for 10-15 minutes or 2 hours. Make sure that you are taking care of your siblings. Why we are telling the eldest one? Because we expect that the eldest one is intelligent enough, capable enough, thoughtful enough to consider and also to take care of all the younger siblings. That is why we say that eldest sibling, that you take care of your other younger siblings. Now in this, if we take the ekatmata, the oneness in the world, and if we consider the human as the most intellectual animal in the world, then it becomes our responsibility to take care of all the other siblings which are younger than us, or which are less capable than us, which are less thoughtful than us, which doesn't have enough capacity to think in a wider perspective. And that is what is the responsibility of the eldest sibling. God has created us with the highest level, and so it is our responsibility to take care. This is exactly where the thoughts of Sanatana Dharma and the Abrahamic religion is making a vast difference in thinking. In Sanatana Dharma, we think and we believe and we follow that we are the eldest sibling in the family, and so we are supposed to take care of all the younger siblings, which include other animals, environment, rivers, everything which are created by God and which we have kept at the responsible position over them. In the Abrahamic religion, it is considered that the God has made it for us. So the world is for my consumption. It is for utilization. It is, I am the king and I am supposed to use them. I am supposed to use the resources. Yeah, there is a feeling of reverence. There is a feeling, but there is a basic understanding of sibling and the brotherhood and the owner or the kingship. So that is a kind of a difference over there, and we have to understand it very correctly. How it is working. So swadharma pi. So swa means who am I? I am beyond. I am an elder sibling. We can say that I am an elder sibling. And dharma. What is dharma? Dharma is a very important word over here. In dharma, some people say and combine and mix it with religion. Dharma is entirely different than religion. Religion is, so let us understand a little bit of it. We see sometimes why we mix it up, because both of them are giving the messages of moral conduct. Both of them are explaining us about how the way of worship sometimes is supposed to be there, and how they both talk about the God and the Creator and all. So we mix it up, but there is a very large difference between the dharma and the religion. Dharma word cannot be directly translated into a religion as an English word. So let us understand that, because if we understand these two parts, the swa and dharma, we will understand it. So let us understand first the dharma. It is not religion. Dharma is beyond and it is more than religion. It is much wider definition than the religion. So let us see what is the religion. In religion, it is a kind of a covering area, a fence where somebody is following that faith or belief, and one who is not following that faith or belief has got a penalty to pay. They are sinful, they are miscreants, and they are going to go to, say for example, hell or something like that. That is what the definition of religion is. And then depending on what faith and what belief they have, the religion will be explaining in their own books accordingly. So there are people inside the religion and people outside the religion. That is what the basic structure, the body of a religion, what makes it as a religion. In Indian culture also, that is called as a sampradaya. Sampradaya means it is a border. It divides between inside people and outside people. That is what a religion is. And then there are books which are written in it, and then people explain in different way how to live and all that. So that is a part of the religion part of the thing. But on the other hand, what is dharma? Dharma has connection to the individual in a life, in as an individual, as a society, and as a part of the srushti, the nature, the universe. That is where the dharma is defining. So let us see the dharma in a simple way at an individual level. Because here the God is telling Kshatriyasya na vidyate. For a Kshatriya to do a righteous fight, a righteous war is the best. That is what you are supposed to be doing. There is no better engagement than to fight in a righteous fight. That is the righteous war. That is what God is explaining. So here the word Kshatriya has come. And this is opening up another word which is a very, very, what we call as a misunderstood, misexplained, misinterpreted, misrepresented. All those words combined, it comes to a word which is called as a Varnashram, which is one of the strongest pillar of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma believes in Varnashram, Varna. And when we talk about the Varna, the word Varna was incorrectly and ineffectively translated into the word caste. And there are a lot of things which happened in last 1,000 and more years around this word caste. The origination of the word caste is coming from the Portuguese language. It is not an Indian word. The definition, the meaning, and the actions through the word caste is not there in Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma believes in or follows the Varnashram. And that is what the Dharma is. Because here the God is telling clearly, Dharmadbhi yuddha cheyo nyata kshatriyasya. Means God is clearly telling us here that for a kshatriya to do a righteous war is Dharma. So see, there are so many things here. First, when we talk kshatriya, that means it talks about the Varnashram. It talks about the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, which is part of the Varnashram explanation. Another is Dharma. So for a Kshatriya to fight a righteous war is his Dharma. We have to understand this very clearly. And this is why we have to, somebody will say, oh, now it is not there, everybody is equal and all that. No, the reason and why it is so, we will try to take some time in it. We will try to understand it. So, number one part is, as we see in the world also, there are different animals. And this all animals makes an ecosystem. Each animal has got its own duty, which they perform very, very correctly. They do not deviate, they do not behave like humans. So, they do their duties exactly what they are defined for. And because they do their duty correctly, there is a balance in the ecosystem. If we do not touch it, we do not disturb it, the ecosystem works perfectly. Why? Because everybody is doing their duty, whatever is prescribed for them. Now, they don't have what is called as the Ichha Shakti, so that it cannot change. A lion cannot think that, okay, you know what, tomorrow onwards I am going to change my lifestyle. No, it cannot do that. It has got a prescribed duty. That is what its dharma. Now, let us say this. Why God is made like that? Because there is a parasparava lamban, means interdependency. Any animal cannot live alone. Any animal or any plant, anything in the world has got an interdependency. When there is an interdependence, as we see in the world also, there are scavengers. So when the animals die, the scavengers come, they eat it, and the cleaning is done. Then the part of that goes into the soil, and that those proteins and nutrients are taken up by the trees, and the trees grow, and the fruits come, and the animal eats the fruit. The cycle completes. So anything, even a water cycle, same way. The rivers puts the water in the sea gives a vapor, and the vapor becomes cloud, become rain, and again it comes in the river. The water comes in the river. So there is a cycle, and there is an interdependence. Now, for a human being, because we are given a what is called as a free will, what is our dharma is not very clearly understood unless it is explained to us. So, what is my dharma? So, let us first understand that everybody has got their own qualities, and these qualities, these inherent qualities which come as a natural person inside me or me is my varna. So that is why God has made some people very strong, tall, very much muscle men. Why? Because those are the people, they have got their duty. Some people are small, but they can do some intricate work like electronic assembly. A shorter person is required for the fighter plane pilot because there is a smaller cockpit over there. So there is always a place, there is always a duty for a person. We talked about the physical. Also, there is intellectual. There are some people, some people are more intellectually forward than the other people. However, some people are more physically stronger than other people. So God has made us different. There is no problem about equality, but we are all equal, but we are all not similar. The word here is that similar. हम सब एक हैं मगर सरीखे नहीं हैं. In Hindi it is more easier for me to explain. हम सब एक हैं, हम सब एक ही सरीखे हैं मगर हम सरीखे नहीं हैं. Everybody has got their own capacity, everybody has got their own qualities, and depending on that quality and capacity, we are given the righteous duty. We are given the righteous duty. This is important. This is first thing important to learn. Why we have to learn? Somebody will say, oh, this is something very theoretical. Why I have to learn? Imagine the very simple thing at our home. If my kid is not able to even see a one drop of blood, how can I plan his career either as a surgeon doctor or as a military person who is supposed to fight in the war? He doesn't have that quality to handle a lot of blood to be seen in front of him, either through an incision as a surgeon or through the war, where there is a combat and there is one-to-one war and you can put a knife in the enemy's soldier's body, So, if my son is not designed for it, it is not his inherent quality, then to decide that career for him will be disastrous. It will not be possible. He will not be able to make a career in that. But he may be excellent in doing the programming. He has got an excellent brain. And that is why we can do a very excellent programming. He can do lots of new items created through the programs, new apps in the computer and mobiles and all that. That's the difference. But on the other hand, there is suppose my son is very tall and he is very strong person, and he may be a good person as an athlete. He may be an excellent person for basketball. So God has made us different. Let us all understand and accept that we are different, but we are equal. So we are not similar, but we are equal. Every human being is equal. And even Sanatan Dharma is even going up to level that even the animals and other people are also equal like me, because they have got the same Atma in me. That is what it is. So it is important to understand that we are equal, but we are not similar. And that is exactly the root where we see that dharma be. So if I am having a special qualities with what I have been born with, then to use those qualities in that career or that area is my dharma. That is why if I am a Kshatriya, I am belonging to a warrior the nature, then I should be doing a righteous, I should be taking part in the righteous war, and that is my dharma. That is what the Varnashram is explaining. So somebody will say, oh, that means these people are higher and other people are lower. No, there is no higher or lower in Varnashram. That is in caste system. That is in religions, where people say that if you belong to this religion and you follow the path, you will go to heaven. If you do not follow this religion, you will go to hell. I think that is a bigger discrimination and not understanding the commonality as a common soul in everybody compared to, the Varnashram system. Varnashram is not up or down. It is doing my duty. So there is a sloka in it, and this sloka is a very contradicting and the very misunderstood sloka. Is a Brahmana Mukhamasita Rajanya Bahu. Means the Brahman is my mouth and the Rajanya, the kings are my hand. And Vaishya is Uru, Vaishya is my stomach, my torso. And Shudra is my legs. This sloka has been so much misunderstood, misexplained by so many people around the world. And even today also it is happening. So for us, when we are studying Gita, we have to understand what exactly it is telling us. Otherwise, we will think that, oh, why God is making us like up and down, who is bigger or smaller, or who is more better or higher quality than other. It is not. Gita does not bring any discrimination. Gita says that every human being is equal. Last time also in the sloka we saw, Tasmat Sarvani Bhutani. The God told Bhutani. The God didn't tell Manushyani. Dehi nityam vadyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata. Dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani. Bhutani means every live being. Gita doesn't bring discrimination. Gita is clearly explaining us the Varnashram. This will come further also in this, but we have to remember what is Swadharma. This is exactly the word which we have to learn. This will help us in understanding that in clearly understanding the point of all those misunderstandings of caste and other thing. It will also explain us to understand ourselves, what I am, what are the qualities which I have brought along with me when I was born, and let me use those qualities in my career, in my daily life, in my interaction with the people, in my interaction with the society, not only society, with the animals, with the birds, with the rivers, even anywhere in the universe, I will behave with that quality and with that nature. That is what a Varna Dharma. That is why a Kshatriya, who is supposed to be a very strong person, who is supposed to be very agile, who is supposed to be fearless, he is supposed to do a dharma, do a righteous war. And that is why for a Kshatriya, Kshatriyasya na vidyate, dharmadbhi yuddhat sheyo yannata Kshatriyasya na vidyate. For a Kshatriya, there is no better thing than war. Because somebody will understand this, that, oh, God is telling to do a war. No, God is not telling to do a war. God is explaining what is the righteous duty. If there is a Kshatriya kind of a person, if there is a person who has got a Kshatriya quality, on the other side also, they will not be able to work correctly if they are not given that duty, or if they are not performing that duty. Imagine that there is a Kshatriya Varna kind of a person who is always interested in seeing that there is a righteous thing happening, there is a coherence in the society, and the society, in the people, everybody should be living well. That person is walking on the road and is saying that there is an old man who is walking, and there are some mischievous kids who are harassing the old person. If we tell him that you are not supposed to do it because you are not a policeman, you are not supposed to do any actions, maximum you call this, he will not be satisfied with that action. He will not be happy just to stand over there and to see that old person suffering, because his internal nature is Kshatriya. He will put himself into the action. He will put himself into that position, and then he will try to defend that old person. So for a Kshatriya, it is not only his duty, he is also nature, which will make him happy only if he is performing his righteous duty, which is a Kshatriya, which is a righteous war to fight. And this war doesn't mean everywhere. War is inside also. That is why we have got a Jainism. In Jainism, the name of Mahavir, his name is Mahavir. What is Mahavir? Maham is big, biggest. Veer means brave. Who is biggest brave person? Mahavir. Why? Jitendriya. Indriya means senses. He win over his senses. That is why his name is Jitendriya. So bravery is not only holding a sword or holding a knife or holding a gun in hand. Bravery is also winning the inside enemies. And that is why in Jainism, the name of the god over there, which they pray and they follow the path, is Mahavir. Jitendriya, Jinendriya. These are the words over there. So it is, so remember, a brave heart is not only also to fight the righteous war. The brave heart is also to fight against the inside war. So we are not talking only about the bloodshed or all the wars which we see physically outside. It is also inside war. It is a war against the lust. It is a war against the greed. It is a war against all those, the bad habits. Suppose I am having a smoking habit. I should have a brave heart, brave enough heart and a strong mind to see that I am coming out of that habit. That is also a bravery. It needs a brave and a strong heart and a determined mind. Very similar to the soldier who is going on the war. So we have to understand what is Swadharma. So here we talked about the dharma part, which is only for the Vyakti level, the individual level, whatever in last 5, 10, 15 minutes we talk. It is all at a Vyakti level, at an individual level. But we also can see that from here very clearly that dharma is connected to a person. It is connected to a person at his or her own level. That is why it is called as a Swadharma. What is my dharma? It is not called as a dharma of a big crowd, a big number of people. So everybody's dharma is their own dharma. How it is their own dharma? Because it is their duty to perform when they are born in this world. That is exactly why the word Swadharma has been used by God. So what we can, we can go ahead with this because this is a very long topic. But what we can take on our fingertip, like main important part is that dharma is connected to me. Dharma is connected to my duties as per my natural inclination, as my natural qualities, and the brain, the body which I have brought. And that is why everybody has got a different face, because their own dharmas are different. So now this is at a Vyakti level. Now this same Vyakti level can be extrapolated to a family level. As we took the example of sibling, if I am an older sibling, I have to take care of my younger siblings. If I am a father, what are my duties? If I am a mother, if I am a grandfather, if I am a grandkid, what are my duties? So this dharma can be extended or can be understood at a more wider level in the family. If I am a younger person, I am supposed to respect my elders. If I am a younger person, I am supposed to help in the hard work which is being done. I cannot tell my old grandfather to lift a heavy bag when we are traveling. I will be lifting that bag. So a dharma is, now we can see that a dharma at an individual level, same way dharma is at a kutumba level or a family level, and that is extending further to a society, to a village, to a city, to a country, and to the universe. That is what the dharma is explained in Sanatan Dharma, and that is why we call it as a Sanatan Dharma. It is not Sanatan religion. It is Sanatan Dharma. So this is extremely important part, because sometimes people will ask, you follow Hindu religion, right? No, Hindu is not. No, it is not a religion. We cannot say. Somebody will say, oh, so it is not a religion. We cannot limit it in the word, in the definition of the word religion, because it is a dharma. It is not a religion. So here God has told Arjun that Kshatriyasya na vidyate dharmatvi yudhyat cheyo nyata Kshatriyasya na vidyate. For a Kshatriya, there is nothing better, there is no better than doing a righteous war. That is what God has explained here. We will go further to the next sloka, and this topic will come again and again, because God has talked, Dharma word has come a lot of time in Gita for God, who has explained it in different ways to understand, and this helps us in our everyday life. This helps us, what are my duties, what I am supposed to be doing, what is my natural inclination, what is my nature, and accordingly I will select my career, I will behave with my people in the family, people in the society, I will behave accordingly. And then everybody, as we talked about the ecosystem, everybody, even as human being, even though they have got their independent they have got their own free will, but still it will become an ecosystem with the universe, and people will live in harmony with environment, with animals, with plants, and with other human beings. So that is the purpose. That is going to come more and more to understand it. If somebody has a question, they can put the question online, and I will try to reply that also. So let us go further on 32nd sloka of the second chapter. Yadracha chopapannam swargadvaramapavrutam sukhina kshatriya partha labante yuddhamidrasham. Yeah. See, God is explaining this further now. And here also the word has come swarga. So let us say the first anvay, that is called the anvay, the breaking of the sloka and making a meaning of it. So yadricha means unsought, unseen, unexpected. Yadricha, cha means and, we know. Upapannam means coming. It is unexpectedly coming. O Parth. Because Sukhina Kshatriya Partha. Partha means Arjun. O Parth, happy are the warriors to whom such opportunities to defend the righteousness come unsought. Yadracha. Unsought, unexpectedly, undecidedly, unwillingly, or unplanned, such kind of war which comes to a Kshatriya, opening them the stairway to the celestial abodes, the Swargam. So when labante, so when such opportunity of such war is coming to a Kshatriya, Sukhina, the Kshatriya will be very, very happy, and for them the Swargadvaram apavritam, wide open. It will be a happiness equivalent to the doors of the heaven widely open for them. This is the meaning of it. Yadrachacho papannam swargadvaram apavrutam. Such opportunity which comes to a Kshatriya is equivalent to going into a heaven with a wide open doors. Now here there are so many words again which has come. One is the word Swarga. What is a Swarga? Now, as we all know that, a Swarg is considered as somewhere up in the heaven. Up in the sky. So where is heaven? Heaven is up in the sky. Hell is also up in the sky. It is not on the surface of the earth. It is not in front of us. And we can go there only after we die. And that also in the definitions of religion, if you have followed that path, then there is someone who will do the evaluation of your life and your actions, and then you will be entered, you will be allowed to go into that Swarga or Narka, hell or heaven. That is the general definition in the people's mind given, and which has been reinforced by many religions. So what the Swarga word over here God wants to say, what God wants to explain here. What is Swarga? And it is telling the door, apavrutam, Swarga, dvaram, apavrutam. The door of the Swarga, the door of the heaven will be apavrutam, wide open. So is God talking about something that after you die, you go up somewhere, and there is a, there is a place named Swarga, hell, heaven. And also, what is inside the Swarga? So it is seen that in the Swarga, number one is there is an eternal happiness. That is number one. There is an eternal happiness. It is told that if you are in a Swarga, there is no unhappiness. There is no sorrow. There is no thirst. There is no hunger. There is no pain. There is all the things which we like to do and which we like to have. This is the definition of most of the overall definition of a Swarga. Which what we will like to have We will like to enjoy, and we will like to see, we will like to eat, whatever. So whatever sensual happiness which we see in this world is extended, extrapolated, expanded in a eternal, infinite way, and that place is considered as a Swarga. That place is explained as a Swarga. But here God has clearly written, it is not that. In Sanatana Dharma, the definition of Swarga is not what I explained here. Sanatana Dharma does not explain Swarga like that. So what is a Swarga? And what is the entry? How does it? How can we enter it? And what is the entry pass? How can we get that pass? Somebody will ask, oh, how do I get the pass for the Swarga? Yeah. And many religions say, if you do this, A, B, C, D, and you do not do X, Y, Z, then you will be entering into Swarga. If you do something about the XYZ, you will go into Narka. And then depending on how much you did in one or the other area, the evaluation will be done. And then there is a procedure of pardoning. Then there is a procedure of, there are so many things explained in various faiths. For a human being, mainly to be fearful. So, here the God is explaining Swarga Dwaram Apavrutam Yadracha Jopapannam. Even if it is unexpected, as an unexpected fight like this is actually making the Kshatriya Sukhin very happy. And Labhante Yuddham Idrasham such. Yuddham Idrasham. Idrasham means such. Such a, to get an opportunity to fight such war is equivalent to Swarga Dwaram Apavrutam. That is what it is explaining. So let us try to go a little bit detail in the Swarga. Swarga. So I was approached by some faith people, and they told me, I generally discuss with them. It is always very important to understand the each other's way of thinking and how we go. So I was approached by some people from one of the faith, and they told me that, and I asked them, what is your faith, and let me understand it, and let me understand, take the good part out of it, and try to be together with you on that. So even though they have got a different belief, but they are my brothers. As per the Sanatana Dharma, they are my brothers. So I should understand what are their requirements, what they think, how they want to live life, and all that. And I am always with them. So I wanted to understand. So he told me that in our faith, there is once we are having this, the end of the world and everything will happen. Then there will be no, there will be a God's kingdom, and then there will be no hunger, there will be no thirst, there will be no pain, there will be ample amount of things which we feel happy through our senses in this world. Means you will have a lot of things to drink, to eat, unlimited. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to wear a jacket and a snowshoe and stand on a bus stop at minus 30 degrees centigrade. That is what was explained in that, and he explained it to me very well. I was very happy that he took time to explain me. Then I asked him something to understand it more. So I asked him that if I'm outside in a very hot sun and I'm working hard, say in yard, or I have been walking, or I have been doing exercise, and I feel very thirsty. So when I feel very thirsty, I drink some water, some juice. So that water is giving me the happiness. Why water is giving me happiness? Because it is quenching my thirst. It is quenching my need, which I was having a dry throat. So it quenched my thirst, and so I felt happy. The feeling of happiness is because my thirst was satisfied and I drink the water. Similarly, hungry. If I am very hungry, then I eat some food, then my hunger is satisfied and I feel happy. Now, if there is a place where there is no hunger, there is no thirst, how I can feel the feeling of happiness? Imagine that we have gone to a marriage party, suppose for example, and there is a very excellent food over there, and we eat really well, like, okay, I don't want to worry about my calorie, the calorie intake and all, and I will just keep, like I will eat a lot, and now I am full, my stomach is full. And now if somebody is telling me, no, you have to eat more, I cannot. The same food which I enjoyed half an hour before will be a punishment to me. It will be a punishment to me. If somebody is compelling me to eat it, I will be extremely unhappy to eat the same food. And same way for drinking water or anything for that matter, for sensual happiness. So, in other words, the seed, the root of happiness is in the thirst, is in the hunger, it is in the pain. Once we have a pain, imagine the happiness which all our sisters are having once they go through the severe most pain, which is labor pain while delivering the baby. They all go through, that is considered as a maximum pain. The world's worst and maximum pain is delivering the babies. But how much happy they are to deliver the baby. How much happy they are after seeing the face of the infant or the baby, newly born. So the happiness is in the hard work, because then there is a result of it. Happiness is in the thirst. Why? Because then it gets quenched. If there is no thirst, there is no hunger, there is no pain, then there is no happiness. So the mere definition of a heaven where there is no hunger, no thirst, doesn't give me the idea of having a happiness in heaven. I will not have the happiness in heaven. And second part is, all those happiness are related to my senses. But my senses are with my body, and my body is in the ground over there. And then some faiths say that you will get another body and all that. But basically the happiness is in the scarcity. The happiness is in the lake of existence. Then we get something. Imagine we have got nothing, and when we were young, our parents gave us a bicycle. Even though it is a second-hand bicycle, it is bought from some garage sale. How much happy we were. We were extremely happy. Why? Because we do not have even a bicycle. At that time, we were very happy. Even though what quality of bicycle it is, how many times it was used by other people, doesn't matter. Now I have my own bicycle. So happiness is a different thing. It is not. So here when it is told Swargadwaram Apavrutam, means which happiness the God is talking about. Sukhina Kshatriya Partha. Which happiness the God is talking about? God is talking about the happiness of working hard to go through labante yuddha midrasham. God is telling you are going to fight. You are going to do your righteous duty. Yeah. Those people who may be, I am sharing my experience. I used to, and I like to go to the gym. So when we are in a gym, we are with our friend, right? And then there is a weight, people lift the weight and all that. So when we are with our friend, we'll say, okay, let me lift, 40 pounds. And friend will say, okay, let me also try. Then he will try, or we will try. And sometimes some of the, out of 4 or 5 friends, one of the person cannot lift it. And then we will say, okay, you posture your body like this. You put your weight, you make the balance, you put your legs like that, and now try. And the person can lift it. And person is very happy. Our friend is happy. Hey, now I can also lift 40 pounds. Now imagine that. What has happened to actually that friend? He has worked hard. He has strained his body. He is sweating. He may be having a little twitch on the muscles. When he will go home, his muscles will ache more in the night when he is sleeping. But he is happy. He is happy to take that pain. Just like our sisters and mothers are happy to take the pain for the delivery of the baby. And that is the happiness. So when we get the work, when we can do the work, which is as per our varna, and we are able to take that duty in a righteous way and perform it the best, That is Swarga. That is what the God is telling Swarga here. Swarga dwaram apavrutam. When you are able to do your yadracha chopapannam, Swarga dwaram apavrutam, sukhinaha kshatriya partha. Kshatriya will become sukhina when labante yuddham idrasham. When such a kind of war has come to my doorstep, the Kshatriya will feel happiness equivalent to a Swarga dwaram apavrutam. The Kshatriya will feel so much happy that I got an opportunity to utilize my skills, to work as per my nature, to fight in this righteous war. And that will give him Sukhina Kshatriya, happiness of Swarga Dwaram Apavrutam, like a open door of a Swarga. So what is Swarga here? What is explained? Doing our duty righteously in our area of specialization, we can use that word, or skills. But I don't use that word much of the skills and specialization, because that is connected with earning bread over here in the present time. It is not related to earning bread. It is my natural inclination. That is what my skills are. So when I am able to use those skills, then I will be the most happy. You must have seen sometimes we go to some musical programs, and you know what? The hall is full. There are so many hundreds of people are watching the program, and the singer is singing on the stage. He's singing one song, second song, and there is absolutely no response. There is no applaud. There is no noise. People are just listening to it. There is a pin drop silence in the audience. What does the singer say? Singer will say something that, okay, I will expect some response from you, or singer will, start clapping the hand on the top like this on his head that, okay, I am going to sing this song and you give me the clapping or applaud in the same rhythm. Why does the singer say that? Singer is already paid for the program. Singer is paid for the program, and the hall is also full. So it is not that people didn't respond or everybody has come. But singer is still asking for more. Why? Because his nature, the return, the acknowledgement, the appreciation of his skill is in the response of the audience. It is in the response of the audience. When the audience will start applause and shouting and acknowledging and all that, now at the end of the program, you ask the singer, you ask the performer, the actor, how was it? Oh, that was great. He will not say that, oh, that was great, I got a lot of money. He will say that it was great because there was a great response from the audience. The right payment in his heart, in his mind, is the response of the audience and not the check which has been given to him. This is what it is. And that is giving the happiness of Swargadwaram Apavrutam. That is Swarga. Swarga is not up in the sky somewhere. Anyway, sky is three-dimensional. There is no up and down in the sky. If we go up, like so-called up, and we go in the outer orbits, there is no up or down. So where is Swarga? And we have also gone by satellites and everywhere, and nobody has found some big another thing where there are so many, all the dead people are there and all that. It's not Swarga. Swarga means if I am doing my duty, or I am getting an opportunity to do my duty as per my Varna, that is Swarga. I am able to perform is my Swarga. I am able to quench my thirst is Swarga. Happiness is in that. Let us take an example of traveling. Reaching the destination is not fun. Traveling is fun. Nowadays, most of the people fly, but those people who have traveled in trains and all that, they must be knowing how much fun it was to do the traveling in train. There are all the hawkers and the sellers will come with different food. We will share the food with all the, I'm talking about the old time now. I'm a little older person that way. But we will share the food with all the other travelers who are around us sitting in the train. We will sing songs. We will play cards. We will play chess. We will talk to each other. We will understand each other's viewpoint. And then when we reach the destination, we say bye to each other, and sometimes we connect, sometimes we just disconnect. Okay, bye. and they never come in our life again. That travel is a happiness. Reaching the destination is another one. That is again another travel. So destination is a milestone. So reaching the Swarga may be milestone, as we talk in the project language. The travel is a fun. That is why Gita says the life is a travel. So there is a fun in life. People say that we are part of sin, we are born out of sin. Gita says we are born out of punya, punyoham, punya karmaha. Let us try to understand that we have to get the happiness from and inside the life. It is not happiness after in the Swarga somewhere up, but it is happiness here now with the dharma which I have swadharma, the dharma which I am supposed to be following. That will give me the happiness. And remember that we should not combine this or misunderstand it with the unending desires. Because somebody will say, okay, so my varna is, I am Vaishya and I am supposed to earn money. Yes, definitely. Your Vaishya is, for the Vaishya, there is also a sloka that will come later on. But it is like Krushi Go Raksha Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Swabhavacha. Yeah, Krushi, the agriculture, Vanijya, the business, the trading, and Go Raksha. We'll talk about it. What is Go Raksha and Krushi Go Raksha Vanijyam? So somebody will say, okay, I have to earn money. That is my duty. So I will keep earning more and more money, more and more money. I need more money. I need more money. No. So do not confuse or do not mix the unlimited desire, unending thirst with the dharma. Because dharma has a thing which is called as a sanyam. It will come in further. So there is a chance of misunderstanding about it. That if I am a warrior, I am supposed to always fight and kill other people. No, that's not the case. And same way for the Vaishya, I am supposed to earn maximum money. I will see that the whole money comes only in my pocket. That is not Vaishya. Why it is not? Because as we talk that the elder sibling has got the duty to see that the younger siblings are also in living their life happily, also having their needs satisfied. As a Kshatriya, I am supposed to protect those people. I am not supposed to rule that people. That is how the whole the governance and government systems will be coming in. We'll talk about it later. It will come in the way that a Kshatriya is supposed to not rule the people. He is supposed to protect the people. That is what a Kshatriya is. Similarly, a Vaishya is supposed to earn money. Why? To make the society run smoothly. The artha movement, the movement of the money in the society should be continuously rotating in a correct way. No concentration of money in a hand of the few people. 97% of richness in the 3% of the people of the society is not a right way of Vaishya. So we should not be mixing the unending desires with the Varna Swadharma. Varna Swadharma is beyond that. It is more than that. It is not only, because there are always the chances that people will think that, okay, so now my duty is this, so I will start doing that unendingly. No, it is not that way. It is so that dharma definition is going from a vyakti or a person individually to the kutumb, to the family, to the society, to the locality, that area, to the village, to the town, to city, like that. So Swadharma, and if we do that dharma, even though we are all different, we are not similar, but we are equal, and everybody will have an equal opportunity to live their life and to also have the Swarga, means doing their duty righteously. It gives us an opportunity. So these two slokas are very important because we can keep on doing even this. Each sloka can go even up to 4 or 5 sessions. But we cannot do that, otherwise we will not be able to complete the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. So we have to go ahead. But we have to just remember the words here as Swadharma, Swarga, and Kshatriya, Sukhina, Yuddha. We will try to remember this word, and it is going to come again in the the further slokas also. So we will try to understand it more. What the God is trying to explain us. God is trying to tell us. And we'll come again on next Saturday at 10 o'clock. And we will see further from the 33rd sloka. Till then, I wish everyone a very nice weekend. This is a long weekend. This is a extremely important, the day uh, uh, when somebody is giving the sacrifice of their blood for the humanity in the society. So we acknowledge that. It's extremely important. How many people today we see who are giving their resources, their skills, their capacity to the world. So we really respect that. So this is a very important weekend also, a long weekend. I express everyone having a great weekend and a very healthy next week. We'll meet again on next Saturday at 10 o'clock again at the Jai Durga temple. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः।